Long ago, a witch crept into the eastern fens. This was the Corpse Crone, and she cast a wicked spell. The deadly hex spread like a sickening plague. The island's immortality was twisted and made obscene. The curse of the lost would haunt our lands.
Okay. The Starstone Barrows. Let's try this again. Hey, what happened to my queue? Oh well, let's progress the MSQ while I'm waiting.
You again? Oh, no, please. I have nothing more to confess. You've already exposed my secret shame, and I understand you managed to lure Sun away on some crazy enterprise. What more can you take from me?
Who is the Corpse Crone?
Indeed, I have written an account. Just read it for yourself and know the horrors she wrought.
Long ago, a witch crept into the eastern fens. This was the Corpse Crone, and she cast a wicked spell. The deadly hex spread like a sickening plague. The island's immortality was twisted and made obscene. The curse of the lost would haunt our lands. The people sought salvation from this plague. Desperate, we believed conviction our only course. We discovered the soulless could hide amongst us. Committing them to the cold earth was the only answer. Eventually, the Crone's purpose became clear. Her hex would bind the restless lost to her will. To this day, her foul curse lingers. Until her evil can be forever extinguished.
There now. You know the full story. Whatever terrible deeds you attribute to the Bright Vigil, they were victims too. Tell me though, do you mean to track down the vile crone and hold her to account?
Plan to seek her out, at least.
I wish you luck though. Or perhaps a miracle. You'll need it, I fear.
You've heard Pennyfather's sordid tale, have you? I do not give that man's story much credence. Neither do I have any desire to meet this sorceress. Such types cannot be trusted, in my experience. We've come this far, and discovering the truth about the source of the Lost Plague seems wise. But there's a great deal of ground to cover, and little time, if the corrupted are as strong as they seem.
Let's find the Corpse Crone.
If She exists. I suspect, however, the Corpse Crone may be hiding secrets of significant power.
How do we find the crone?
Meanwhile, the Crone's curse began in Perryville, so I suggest you search there. Do be careful.
Oh, corrupted portal. I want to help. And that actually counted towards the quest. Finally. Closed my first corrupted breach. Wow. Wow. My first epic drop. Nice. Cool.
Gigi Igni Water.
Well, GG guys. Second expedition done. Ooh. Well now. Really?
powers referenced in the ancient tablets quickly proved a waste of time. Whatever reason the ancients cultivated them, it was not to defend against the Crimson Madness. Conversely, mushrooms seem to offer some promise. I was able to infuse them with the azer from the ruins, and the mushroom's luminescence dims when in the presence of corruption. Desperate as they are, it was not difficult to convince the villagers here to drink the mushroom concoction I prepared. Though, I did leave out the fact that they were gathered from the ruins. Whether the serum is effective remains to be seen. Damn it all! The situation here in Perryville is deteriorating by the hour. It seems one of the lost somehow passed their condition on to a family member who had not been a volunteer. I offered to assess and treat the poor woman, but I was met with nothing but anger and fury. Everyone seems to have forgotten that this effort is in pursuit of protection against a far greater evil. With a few further tests, I am certain I can perfect the cure, and perhaps even find a remedy. If I am to find more volunteers, however, it will not be here. Brittmar is helping to pack up all of my equipment and research, and we will leave this town of fools in the morning. Good riddance.
Let it be hereby known that the Shadow Hunters of Carberg are offering a reward for anyone providing information that leads to the capture of the Corpse Crone. The foul sorceress has dark hair and a pale, violet scar in place of a missing eye. She was last seen fleeing her home in Perryville, but it is believed that she remains in hiding somewhere in Weaver's Fen. Let it be further known that anyone who harbors or abets the crone shall be held to equal account for her crimes, and shall be subject to the same sentence.
I hope you had better luck than I, my friend. The legacy of the Corpse Crone seems to have claimed every town in this region. The only thing I've learned about Sir Brittmar is that she departed from this area in some haste.
The journal mentions Brittmar.
But if it makes mention of Brittmar, then I should very much like to study it further. Though the Bright Vigil never came this far east, it seems there were those who sought to hold the crone accountable for her crimes. I presume you saw the posters. These shadow hunters gathered in Carberg.
Yes, we should search there next.
So it appears the entire town fell lost in hours, and the curse still haunts the streets like a contagion.
I can go alone.
Learn what you can in Carberg, and then meet me on the town's outskirts. Light be with you, Warden.
Uh-huh.
I heard you were looking for me.
Yes. We won't allow you to profane this place with your foul...
Enough! I don't have time for your ignorance.
This is the sad fate of humankind on this island. All of us, everyone, doomed to lose their souls. That is why we fight.
This journal tells more lies than truths. I simply cannot believe Britmar would support this foul sorcery. What did you learn in Carburg? Did the hunters manage to apprehend the crone?
He cursed the town to escape.
Perhaps that explains Britmar as well. Yes, surely the crone had ensorcelled my brave friend. That must be it. The only place that hasn't fallen lost in this dreadful swamp is the ramshackle settlement of Twillen. I should like to go there and inquire after Britmar. I cannot rest until I find an explanation for all this.
What about the crone herself?
That is undoubtedly where she acquired her power. The last entry makes specific mention of the ruins at Vega Bridge.
Then I'll search for clues there.
I will go on to Twillen and inquire about both Britmar and the crone. I'll await you there.
I've translated the glyphs on the bridge, and it's clear this passage was once a major supply route. Just as with the obelisk, the bridge was protected by magical devices, strategically placed to ward away some danger, almost certainly the corruption. If I could find one of these devices, I had hoped to deconstruct it and determine what energy powered the Ancients' wards. However, I've searched the length of the bridge, and whatever devices the Ancients placed have long since been looted or destroyed. The only possibility is that one remains somewhere in the bridge's upper framework. If I can get up there.
Well now, your timing's as fickle as the tides. It sure would have been nice if you'd shown up before I spent 6 hours trying this myself. This chest is locked by some puzzle, and that's really more your thing than mine.
What are you doing here?
Of course, she also mentioned treasure in these ruins. And here we are, a bit of both if we can get this chest open.
The crone was researching here?
If you can figure the lock, we'll find something inside. Probably something worth some coin.